because normally if I work in broadcasty, radio, TV things, as soon as the arrest happens, you don't get to talk about a story. But this is the internet. Hey. And yeah, he did turn out he was arrested for saying the thing about suggesting you should burn down MPs' offices. Not arrested for the singing on the tube or the rapping, which I believe he did. I mean, all of those videos are annoying. But the idea that, I mean, he's reached a level now where he is problematic. That just putting the posters on the tube was annoying back in the day. Remember when it was just simply videos of him putting up a poster with some lie about masks or whatever it was about? And now he's starting to become the figurehead of a really worrying group. Just because this is a segue between the last topic and this one, I think it fits to mention as well the gigs I did over the weekend. You then start to notice that most of the people in the audience aren't mask wearers and probably aren't vaccinated, because everyone else who likes the rule stays at home. So you end up going out and doing a gig to people you already hate and think they might have all the dirty plague. And their figurehead would be Piers Corbyn. What an absolute mess. In there, he also does a really bizarre rant saying that by taking the vaccine, you have given yourselves AIDS by March. So I don't quite follow the science, and that would be because there is no science in what this man says. But that's another one of his angles. But thankfully, there was an arrest about it. Yeah, it turns out you can't go around suggesting that you should track down the MPs you disagree with and do them physical harm. Thank God.
I'm glad you approve of rules are rules, Steve.
I love the rules. I love the rules. If you don't like the rules, campaign to change the rules. Got it simple.
Yeah, I mean, I think Piers Corbyn has been around for a long time, and he's been a big sort of anti-science conspiracy theorist type for a very long time. In fact, I don't just think this, I know this because weirdly enough, I would say about 5 years ago, I had breakfast with him in a hotel in Oxford, as you were expecting me to say, I imagine, with the sort of weird life that I live. And I went up to Oxford to the Union to do a debate for the posh kids at the university, and this was when Jeremy Corbyn was first, had taken over as leader of the Labour Party. And so there was just a sort of general excitement about who can we get that's something to do with that. And it was a comedy debate anyway. It was just a fun thing. And the subject of the debate was, this house regrets the success of their friends. So the idea was that perhaps Piers Corbyn was jealous of his brother's success in taking the reins of the Labour Party. Although I was there to argue that, no, we should be happy for our friends when they're doing well, and we should delight in that. And that was my point that I attempted to make while being funny and drinking the free expensive wine that was being handed out. But in fact, what happened was that Piers Corbyn didn't get up and talk about his brother or about any of that. He got up and held up a large inflatable globe with a string of fairy lights around it and attempted to explain how something about ocean currents disproved global warming. And it was an absolute omni-shambles, but it was kind of hilarious. And
who doesn't love fairy lights? I mean, come on.
Yeah, and I mean, I think as long as you remember that, it's not Jeremy's fault. He hasn't told him to do this, and indeed, it's not. You can't be held responsible for the activities of your brothers and sisters. Then, well, there you have it. I think he gets more attention than he deserves because of his relationship to Jeremy Corbyn. And what we should be doing is, yes, obviously, if he's broken the law, we should be arresting him. But also we should be kind of, in a way, ignoring him because, sure, another bit of unscientific waffle. He's been at it for a while.
Well, apparently he's out. Martin says he's out pending further investigation. I mean, how... I don't know what more investigation.
Watching the video
again. I think the police Wi-Fi was out, maybe. I don't know.